What's up, you guys? Andrew Fessick here. And I got another fantastic video for you. Get in a little more comfortable position. So basically, because you didn't read the title, what we're talking about today is why debt is good. So, why some debt is good. So, my last couple of videos, and everything I talk about, I'm always like, too much debt, too much debt, too much debt. But what we also should see is that some debt is good. And really, this is going to be more of a macro-focused instead of a micro-focused bit, and I'll use a couple examples as well. But basically, when the economy goes downhill, the last two times, this time in the Fed has quantitative easing, and when quantitative easing and they cut interest rates, and when that happens, really what they do is they buy a lot of bonds, and by buying a lot of bonds and buying a lot of corporate debt, municipal debt, all this debt, it allows for more money to be spent and to drive the economy for investment. It also makes interest rates really low, so it's easier access to credit, and like to refinance things like that. So it helps stimulate the economy that way. And really, what we see now is that companies can get a lot of debt for cheap, and for not very high interest rates or fees, things like that. And it actually, you can see some positive things in debt. So as long as the company can handle debt, what we start to see is a lot of strong companies now are taking on more debt. Microsoft, Disney, Apple, all these companies, they're taking on more debt to help give them more liquidity because it's cheap. They don't actually have to pay back much aside from the cash. So it's a smart use of their money to get this cheap debt. So really, this is going to be pretty much it for the video, is that I just want to say that some debt is good, and especially in times like this, we try to stimulate spending. So what happens is, instead of a person owning, or a bank owning a mortgage bond, right, the central bank, the Fed, buys that mortgage bond, and that money now is cash, and that cash can be used to be loaned out to businesses or people, and that can be loaned out in mortgages, which creates more mortgage bonds, or it could be to businesses. It could create more debt for businesses, things like that. And this is when this happens in such high quantities, I guess you could say. It really ends up being it makes low interest rates, so it's easy to get this debt, and it's cheap debt. So it's smarter for the company to go into debt now, to bolster their liquidity and their balance sheet. So I just want to say that. Aside from that, any suggestions, let me know down below. Bye-bye.